This is day two, and I'm gonna play with my Unholy Knight. I was asked in the comments if I could make a deck that would get me to silver, and or get a person to silver, like how to make a deck that would get you to silver. There's a lot of decks that get you silver. I feel like any of my decks will get me to silver. I feel like I'll definitely get to silver in these 30 days. Will I get to gold is the big question because I haven't gotten to gold yet. Now I can show you my deck, my Death Knight, Unholy Death Knight deck, and it kind of explain to you why I chose the cards. And then if you tell me what class you want, I can make specifically a deck that will probably get me to silver, you know, from that class. But anyway, so in the Unholy Knight, I like all of my decks to be pretty even. So this is how I spread them out. 1 through 5 I have up as 6, and then I have 5, 6, and then 5, 7 plus. The more powerful cards, the 6s and the 7s, anything higher than 7, yeah, they're more powerful, but also you don't want those when you only have 1 mana. So your 1 mana cards, your 1 through 5 mana cards, you need a good spread because you don't know what you're going to pull, right? So generally I like to even it out, and I'll make small adjustments. So like if I lose this match, I'll show you how I make an adjustment. If I don't lose this match, then I'll maintain the deck that I have. Now, some decks are utterly ridiculous, and if I see one while we're playing, I'll show you what I'm talking about. But, this is pretty much the spread, how to break it down. Because I'm a Death Knight, corpses are important. As a 1 card, getting a corpse is nice. I like to do immediate damage. So, deal 2 damage and freeze an enemy, very useful. Now, this is not going to do immediate damage, but it is going to help me. It's like setting up my deck for later, so I play those kind of cards as well. Again, gaining, since I'm gaining corpses, using those corpses, these are all Death Knight cards, so these are pretty standard in my opinion. Like when I first got the Death Knight, these cards came out, and they're just useful. Okay, deal 3 damage directly. Now, and then you're also shuffling plagues in your opponent's decks. Very nice. This one, Battlecry Excavated Treasure, it's a good 2 card because even though you don't know what the treasure is going to be, usually it's a good thing, right? So then I have the Tuskar Trawler, because I have Dredge, because I do have Ambassador Phelan, so I'll put my Colossals and I'll play them, and then I'll play the Trawler. So I usually hope that he comes out first, and then or they'll come out at the same time. But that's why I have those in there. Drawing a card, very useful. Silences, very useful. Prince Renethal, because he gives me 40 cards. That's the main reason why I put him in there. I like taunts. It's either direct damage cards or taunts. So taunts take a second place. If I'm not getting direct damage, then it's taunting. Right? Ambassador Family, because he's going to give me Colossals. Angry Hellhound, because it's a boss card. It's an amazing card. Cool Ghoul. This is going to give me Divine Shield and Reborn. Now, these I might switch out later on if I find out that, they're not really doing anything for me, or there's a better 4 card in my collection. Again, Dredge, because I have Ambassador Phelan. Give your minions 1/1. This is one of my combo cards, so when I throw this on, it's going to really wreck things. Army of the Dead, again, these 2 cards will be played in a combo if I get them at the same time. Burrow Buster, that's a mech, and I don't have the well, this excavates a treasure, but I also had in here the magnetic that would add to the taunt, but I took that out, so I may not keep him here. But again, excavates are also helpful because they're giving me a treasure, which are always good. But again, these are cards I might switch out later if I find a better card to replace it. Summon 2 fighters, useful. Divine Shield and Charge, useful. That's direct immediate damage, that's useful. Again, a taunt, another taunt. Sylvanas I might switch out as time goes on if I have another card that I think is better, but she is helpful because she takes control of enemy minions. So it's kind of that card that messes up your opponent depending on how you play it. But then again, sometimes it's not useful, and I go, okay, I'm going to get rid of her and switch out with something else, right? Theron pretty much stays in my deck all the time because he's going to double the stats of all the minions in my deck. That makes my deck even more boss. Lord Marigar, yeah, he's staying in. He's a beast every day. Ysera might be switched out as time goes on, but you know, getting the dream cards are all good. Cthulhu stays in. The Shattered always stays in because he's adding cards at the beginning of the game, and then when you get them all, it's devastating. Lately, Sire Denetharius has not really played as well because they kind of nerfed him. He used to be really good. So this is one card I might switch out later, you know, based on how the game plays when I play the game. So let's get in there. And if I find that I don't like how things are playing, or if I lose the match, then I'll switch it up. Okay, because we're getting serious now. So for the first 12 days, or for the first half of the month, I'm going to show you all of my decks. And then I might probably hone in on that one deck I'm going to really go forward, you know, and, you know, see how well I'm doing with, right? So we won one with the Blood Knight, so let's see how the Unholy Knight does right now.
Arthas versus Uther. You are not my king yet.
You will know endless torment.
So, first 3 cards I like to have 1, 2, and 3. I like to have low mana cards in the beginning. 4 is too far out, and 9 definitely not. Okay, so I'll toss those out because in the first hand I want to have cards I could play. So this is much better. I can actually play these cards. In my first 3 moves, I need to play cards, okay?
I see you've brought... I see you've brought guests.
So again, see, it's a 1 card. It's not really doing anything for me right now, but it is setting it up for later in the game, which is nice. And I get 4 corpses right away. So it's a, you know, it's a good 1 card because nothing's really started yet. So it's a good setup. Paladin vs. Death Knight. It is the epic battle.
Reporting for duty.
Okay, so this is probably exactly why I have this card. I'm gonna have corpses. So if she's killed, then I'll have the corpses to raise it up. Okay, so that, you know, and I'm blocking his 1 hit. So, you know, I play a long, controlling game.
Reporting for duty.
Well, I do want to do that. See, I want to do that, but I don't want to do that yet. See, I'm in a spot right now. As to what do I do? I'm gonna whittle down his guys.
Weak will.
And start taking his health. Just to see what he plays with. I want to see what he does. It's okay to build up my cards a little bit.
I know who you are.
Don't want to do that. What treasure I get? Oh, nice. See, the treasures are always nice. And they quit! Because I was already dominating. I was controlling the board right from the get-go. So, my Death Knights are my best, man. So, if there's any deck that I think is going to get me the silver or gold, it's going to be my Death Knight decks. They are top-notch. Anyway, there's the victory, so I'm gonna leave it there. So if you want to see me make a deck, just let me know what class you want me to make, and I'll make a deck right here and example how to do it.